Okay, following on from the last video with lack of spark in the right place to the coil, I took all, when I rewired it, I took all the lives from the fuse box, including the live feed, which I had on a blade connector, an inline blade connector, which I put in after I had a little fire on one of my first outings in the handlebar switchgear. Up here, this one underneath, the points, the heat of the exhaust, because it's so close to the points which are just under that cover in a bean can, it melted. There's a little grommet between the condenser and the points, and it melted that arced out, and sort of backfed everything and set the handlebar luma light, which was interesting. So I put an inline blade fuse holder sort of here, and then without thinking, which is half my problem, I rewired everything to come from the fuse box, including the live to the coil. So it suddenly dawned on me yesterday that when you turn the key, the power to the fuse box is dramatically reduced or even cut off to power the starter motor and the coil. That is why I originally had or you're supposed to have the live to the coil from the ignition switch, so that when you turn it, you've got full power to the coil, and then when everything's running and you back the key off, your fuse box is live, your lights, your everything else. So that is why I had the problem with when I turned the ignition on, it would spark, because the fuse box was coming live and the feed to the coil. Turn it off, it would spark. Turn it on, it would spark. Crank the engine, no power, no spark. Turn it off, it would spark, backfire, blow the carbs off, blah de blah. So I don't know electrics, obviously. Not many people do unless you're electricians, and they're a bit weird, but there you go. So now, because this lead isn't long enough, I've had to insulate it, and because I cut the loom to length, obviously, I've had to put this really nice lead up to where it should be, where I should have put it, instead of being an idiot and putting everything off the fuse box and not thinking. Yeah, so there you go. It all runs. Went out last night down to, was it Luddersdown? Nice little meet down there, some all sorts of different bikes and some lovely old stuff. Didn't miss a beat. Everything's all lovely. So there you go. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.